Hi, Michael. Welcome to our Fintech Frontier. My name is Tosson. I'm a partner at Profit. Just very quickly about myself, partner at Profit with many years in particular in the financial services sector across fintechs, but mainly corporates, as you can imagine, from the classical banks to wealth management to reinsurance to insurance companies. So very much looking forward to you and your company today. If you could start to just quickly introduce yourself. Michael, who are you and who's your firm? And what's the focus of your firm?
Hi, Tosson. Thanks to you and Profit. I'm Michael. I'm the CEO of Vlot. And Vlot is actually an old Dutch word, but it's also used in German with a F. Vlot meaning kind of smooth, cool, and fast. And that is actually what we aim to do for life insurance and basically retirement savings analytics. So what we do is we assess the financial well-being situation of an individual, and we do it typically over mobile phones in sort of a blink of an eye and provide people with a clear view of where they are in terms of their financial situation, financial well-being, which is our topic. And we aim to help people become financially more responsible because we believe this is one of the big challenges of the 21st century. And everyone talks about, healthy diets and healthy activities and all sorts, but longevity and financial well-being is something that we at Vlot care enormously about. And I personally, I spent over a decade at one of the behemoths of this industry in Munich at the Allianz Group and jumped ship, as one would say. So probably I'm quite well positioned to say a few words about both worlds. And I'm thrilled to be on the show here. And thanks so much. So just shoot ahead and let's have a good chat.
What makes your company different from others in the industry, from not only direct competitors, but mainly other insurtechs, even fintechs, who all are focusing on the ease of use, picking the one component in the journey that, is painful for the corporates to fix, but important for the customers to kind of be fixed. Talk about that a bit.
Okay. I think there are a great number of people and players out there who are all doing a great job, and we're all kind of on the same team. So what I like about Vlot and about us is that we're coming from a very, let's call it academic or bottom-up approach. We do not say you need 200,000 of coverage because you live in postcode area XYZ. Or we don't say you need to save this much off the top of the hat. We crunch the numbers from the first, second, and third pillar. So we look at state benefits, we look at employer benefits, and we look at the private situation, and we literally extract the core information, crunch it together, and tell you what your situation is before we talk about anything else. Because what we believe in is the best advice is the neutral advice. We believe if you nowadays can become what we call context related and relevant. So one of our favorite cases is importing data through a QR code in various contexts, whether it's you join a new job and you scan a QR code and you get your personal benefits, or your pension fund certificate comes home. We bridge gaps from traditional mediums such as paper or physical advisory into digital channels. And we strongly believe, for example, compared to other players, that portals are not the way forward. We believe that integration into CRMs is the way forward. We believe that data-driven decisions, data-driven distribution is the way forward. And these are maybe buzzwords, but for us, this is our daily life. We can really, let's say, tailor our offering based on real-time experiences through all the cases that we have. And the philosophy being from the bottom to the need to then and let's say a natural progression slash the customer making a choice. And for us at Vlot, the choice does not necessarily have to be financial product XYZ. It could be that you've become relevant as a brand because someone has done an analysis and it's become a service and you become top of mind. You could be enhanced or enticed to change your spending behaviors, or you could decide to relocate because you think that, I do need to do something because in light of where I am, I might need to take some action. We look at it as a holistic perspective, and we're trying to come away from this, hey, sell, sell, sell approach, because we believe it's a gray zone. It's not just, hey, I need something by now. It's like talking to younger people who say, don't call me. Don't suggest I want to speak to an advisor. Give me something, let me digest the situation and the information, and I will reach out to you, which is a totally different approach to, let's say, the traditional way of maybe selling products, pushing products. And I think this is something that incumbents have not come to realize yet, that newer generations want to do things at their pace, at their time. And largely this is done through the phone. And just because you might, let's say, signal interest, it doesn't mean that you're going to purchase on the spot, which I think, or we at Vlot believe, is a very different approach to what it was prior.
You are offering white label solutions to insurers, banks, corporates. What's the value proposition here? Why are they partnering with you?
Well, I think what's great with us is we have an omni-channel setup running off one core tech stack, one core analytics system, and we're in the position to really service any channel need you want, all in white label. So that can be, we run an in-force campaign with our tools to improve your cross upselling. It can be, you can use it as a service for pension funds or your insured people through the pension fund. It can be used as one of my favorite cases, a distribution that runs with our tool said that one of their lead sales guys said, hey, it's really cool. I can go and chat to a guy about a car insurance, tell him to flip out his phone. And while I fill out the paperwork, he can quickly do an analysis on his financial well-being. And, this happens all in, let's say, at the blink of an eye. I think for us, what companies like about us is the ease of which we are sort of as a company to do with business with. But on the other hand, we also realize that we build relationships that are really enduring. We tend to sort of start off and always tell our prospective customers, just test it out. Let's figure out what's the best fit for you. And then we build out on that. And it really becomes a digital transformation collaboration, because if you're in this business, you know that, it's not just going to be one little add-on. You're going to be touching the value chain. You're going to be maybe changing the way the product is positioned. Then you might need to look at how is the product underwritten? Is there a digital product? Is there a digital underwriting? Is there a CRM tie-up? Which channel are you running through? And so what we experience is that we help our customers tread the path of digital transformation basically hand in hand. And I think that's a very rewarding way to collaborate. And those are also the best relationships.
Right. There are a lot of industries that are now disrupted because of COVID and the work from home environment that we are operating in. When you think about your industry in Vlot and maybe now the next couple of years ahead, or let's say the next 12 months, what are events, or what are, what do you think is kind of impacting your firm mostly, and what is a potential accelerator of growth for you that you have identified?
We all expect COVID to have a lasting, let's call it digital dividend. Now, I think the digital dividend can manifest itself in various degrees. I think some of our clients responded to us and said, listen, guys, we don't have resources because we need to get our IT ready for just home office. So it just goes to show that for some players, it really was kind of catching them out in the cold. Others have been more proactive in the past, and I think those are the ones that embrace the digitalization of maybe the industry more. However, I do not believe that this will move to a completely digital distribution model or whatever, because I do believe that there is going to be what we call kind of bionic distribution. I think it will be a combination of having physical advisory, particularly in financial topics, because they at some point do require maybe a human interaction. But we do believe that the tools and the speed at which people want to kind of get a grip on their situation will be different. Thus said, a friend of mine was saying he was looking into the actuarial journal of 1980 from the UK that sort of said by the year 2000 all distribution channels will be purely digital. Well, we're in 2021 here, and still quite a physical presence out there, and I think the physical presence is really important. Looking a bit down the line, I think things that are really going to be important are going to be giving the client more freedom of choice in his own time and space. And I also believe that ecosystems are going to become more and more important, and there will be regulatory pressures. Now, we operate from Switzerland. We're not part of the EU. I do see trends in the EU going very strongly towards really open banking, transactional data being shared, all these things that I would kind of dub as the backbone of future consumer or financial consumer behavior, because you will be tying up your bank provider to your electricity provider. You will have some form of transparency, and this will probably over the next 5 years spill into pensions as the pan-European pension product initiative coming through from the EU. I think things will move towards an integrated data-driven system, and the question is, who adapts fastest to this, and how do you manage to sort of navigate the huge technological challenges on your legacy systems with new CRMs, new offerings, new apps, and integrating that into something that really is meaningful for the end consumer?
We're almost at an end, but I definitely don't want to let you go with a more personal, more kind of a question towards your leadership of Vlot. If you look back into your last couple of the time you have been at Vlot as the CEO, what was your best decision, and what was a decision that you wouldn't do again, or that you would regret looking backwards now?
Well, I'll answer the second question first, because there's never a regret. You always decide in the moment, and whatever you've decided in the moment is always the right decision in the moment. There's no point looking back on things. There's only looking forward. I personally think it's a great journey to be on, and then one of the greatest personal decisions was to join it, and to persevere, to keep at it, and as a team, I think it's, there's no I in team. It's we. It's literally us passionately believing that financial well-being is a topic of importance, and as a team trying to do the best with every individual's skills. And I think that is the beauty of the whole experience, bringing everyone together. And I believe in the power of the collaborative. So I think it's really about the joint effort, and yeah, I think one lives that every day. And sure, one has bust ups and disagreements, but overall, it's great, and that's why I think taking a back seat and working as a team is much more rewarding.